Recycling, I was hoping this came after. I don't know why I'm confused. Baylor. Is it okay? However, if I make my announcement here that I am not going to campus or the recycling, it's better if you say it. Oh, well, I will make it perfectly plain that I'm in the loop on that.
Have you changed?
Well, I'm not going to let them play that game.
And mainly, yeah, I'm the right hand.
It's 9 o'clock. We're going to call the meeting to order.
You know, for a meeting. Yeah. I mean, if he's doing PA stuff.
For those of you who wonder, I was down by pneumonia. I'm going to have this accoutrement for a while. I'm hoping to get off it, okay?
Can't hear with the.
If you,
No.
I don't. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes this thing gets in the way. Okay. I've called you to order, so I'm not sure, B has not checked in, and Charlotte's been ill, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Will you call the roll to establish a quorum?
Sure. Ms. Barron?
Here.
Mr. Sweet? Ms. Castle?
Here?
Mr. Herman?
Here.
Ms. Hagan?
Here.
We have quorum?
Thank you.
Here comes Mr. Sweet.
Oh, good. I'll wait just a second for him, so we can watch him sit down and be comfortable.
Here.
We got worried about Charlotte. Is everybody
She
okay?
fell again.
Oh, no. Okay. If you feel like you shouldn't be, we'll let you go. You're gonna have to write an excuse letter.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
All right. You mark Mr. Smith? All right. For the invocation, I'm going to ask for a moment of silence again. Thank you. Let's.
Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor
The Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
We don't really have any announcements and correspondence, but we'd like to congratulate Jan on winning the Rio Grande Electric
Board of Directors.
Board of Directors. Jan, I think we should also congratulate Dan Sullivan simply for running, because there was two of our people running against each other. And that's tough to do, to get two people out here willing to run for office. So, congratulations, Jan.
They serve lunch at those meetings.
Beg your pardon?
They serve lunch and dinner at those meetings.
I heard.
Executives go-
They also make you go far
They
away.
also go out of town, yeah,
Okay.
and you get paid.
Not enough.
I know.
All right, this is the first meeting of our new fiscal year, just to get that out in the open. And I'm sitting on everything. Never mind.
We got it.
I'm sorry, I'm a mess. That's why you couldn't hear me. I was sitting on the cord. The minutes for September 19th, 2015. Bill?
I make a motion that we approve them.
A second?
I'll second that motion.
Did everybody get it? I think it was with your packet today.
I'm sure they're okay.
Do you want to?
No, I don't want to take time for it.
Okay.
I'll just refrain.
Did we get a second? Okay. All in favor? Opposed? All right. I'm blowing it. Treasurer's reports, Andy?
Okay, first of all, bank balances as of Wednesday, October 14, 2015. Texas Community Credit Card at $72,764.52. Texas Community Checking Account, $109,955.91, which includes a CD that was cashed for $87,534.20. Texas Community Money Market at $2,561.65. Brackettville Bank and Trust, General Fund, $124,947.58. Payroll, $3,544.67. Impound, $299,722.75. Los Morris, $65,023.35. Subtotal, $678,520.43. Fort Clark Historical Building Preservation Fund, $32,044, for a grand total of $710,520.87.
Excuse me. $32,044.
What'd I say?
$44.
Sorry, $32,044, for a total of $710,520.87. Bank transfers, for the actual transfers of September 2015 to Bank and Trust Los Morris for operating expense, there were no transfers. Texas Community Checking, $63,130 for operating expense. Bank and Trust Payroll, $62,400. Bank and Trust Impound, no transfers, for a total of $125,530. September 2015 estimated, Bank and Trust Los Morris, no transfers. Texas Community Checking, $70,000 for operating expense. Bank and Trust Payroll, $68,000. Bank and Trust Impound, no transfers, for $138,000. October 2014 actual transfers, we couldn't locate it, so I don't have those figures. October 2015 estimated to Bank and Trust Los Morris, no transfers anticipated. Texas Community Checking, $70,000 for operating expense. Bank and Trust Payroll, $68,000. Bank and Trust Impound, none anticipated, for a total of $138,000, which is pretty much the same as the September 2015 estimate.
Can I have a motion to approve the transfers?
I make a motion we approve.
Is there a second?
A second?
I'll second.
Oh, we got another second down here. It's okay, we need different ones. Makes the audience know that somebody else is listening. All in favor? closed. Committee reports, some of our committee chairs are missing, so architecture will be read by,
Are you going to do directors?
oh, the director slipped right by that, didn't I? Monique is going to read us the, at least explain to us the report of where, I'm waiting to see if we find it.
I don't know where to put my paper.
Okay, we'll let you look for it, and we'll go on then.
Okay. Now we'll go to the architectural report, and then we'll come back to the director's report. Did you find it? That one here. Architectural report.
Okay, I have it, yeah. Phyllis isn't here today, so she asked me to give the architectural committee report, and I'm reading from the report she gave me. As a reminder, the committee members are Phyllis Giblin, Glenn White, David Crow, Chuck Taravella, Bob Martinez, Gabby Talamontes, and Chris Abbott. They reviewed 12 permits for consideration. Permits were approved in the following units. Unit 15, replace decking and metal roofing, house repaint. 21, building restoration with fort colors. 26, enclose existing carport for bedroom. 27, new house construction, port lattice replacement. It should be porch lattice replacement. Unit 31, new garage construction. Unit 36, new room addition, house repaint. Unit 37, new room addition, house repaint. The Architectural Committee meets every Tuesday at 9 a.m. at Fort Clark Springs Boardroom to review applications for construction permit approval. Applications must be submitted no later than 5 p.m. on Wednesday before the Tuesday meeting, and that an incomplete application may cause delay in the approval process. Phyllis, Chairperson, Architectural Committee.
Did you find it, Monique?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'll let you go there.
You want me to use the microphone?
It's up to you.
Bill? Okay, so can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, so we, in the last few weeks, the electrical work at the RV park to change out the amps of each of the RV slots is being completed. I think most of it's done except for a couple of locations. The hunt has started, and I don't have my year log. I do know last night or yesterday evening, somebody got a trophy. So that was $1,500. I do know that we have made quite a bit of money already from the hunt, from all the bookings that we have booked. And right now, as it stands for the deer hunt, we are allowing hunters to hunt for whitetail, but they have to be 3 years or older because we don't have a huge whitetail population. And as far as axes go, we have a huge axis population. Motel is moving along, being profitable as always. It's in the P&L. Let's see. Maintenance is resumed work back in Dickman Hall with the floor. It's being repaired of the areas that were rotted out, and it will be refinished. Let's see. We reported, I think either last month or the month before, that we were going to start placing liens on people who are delinquent in their assessments to the fort, and we are continuing to do so. We have actually recently released one lien because their account was paid in full. So that's good news. We are looking for a new point of sale system for the grill. We had a couple of companies come out and present to us. We have not changed it over yet. And a lot of our credit card readers are being updated to include the software, not software, but their new units because of all the credit cards that have the RFID chips in them now. Let's see, ghostly tours are starting. I'm sure community council will report on that. And David is moving along with, we have the arts and crafts show in November that will be held in the adult center. Let's see. We had the district cross-country meet this past Wednesday here on the fort for the school system, which I guess seemed to be a huge success with a few minor things that we're going to have to go over with the school. Monday night football continues at the grill. I know this is all over the place. I apologize. And the last workshop, because I was there, of the board members going through, we had a few members that came in and observed, and it went well. Let's see. I think that's it. Do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions. I guess I should have said ahead of time that John is in California dealing with some family issues, and we will have more on that later in the month, I hope. But right now, that's just all we have.
One quick question. You said the craft sale was gonna be at the adult center?
Yes, ma'am. It will be at the adult center. The NCO club was reserved for that weekend already.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
How can you tell the age of a whitetail?
Gotta look at
You
it.
have to ask them.
I'm not sure really, but I know that Matt goes over it with the hunters. He has a little flyer with how to age the deer, so he does that.
You would do it. You would certainly do it with the males, with the points, right?
Yep.
I mean, I've gone to enough hunter dinners now to know something. There you go. I'm so glad you came.
One more question.
Yes.
The POS at the grill,
Uh-huh.
is that an upgrade or?
Are you saying did they make money this month? It looks like it.
No, she talked about the point of service.
Oh, never mind. I got you.
POS.
Well, the point of sale system needs to be upgraded because the RFID chips that are in the cards. But we're looking into something that might be more efficient, just better software, better customer service when something goes wrong with the computer, with the system and all that. So that's what we're looking for.
Thank you, Monique. I know that you don't like that. All right, we got the architectural. Do we have some golf?
We did have a golf committee meeting on Wednesday. We had 4 members of the golf committee out of 5 there.
Debbie, I'm forgetting to have people in the audience identify themselves for the,
Debbie Isaacs.
thank you.
I am the fill-in person. Deb Tischer will be back sometime this month, and I just fill in through the summer months. Our September figures were 422 people of prepaid members that played, 117 members that are just members of Fort Park that pay as they play. We had 74 guests, 16 military, 137 tournament players for a total of 761 players on the golf course in September. That was up 80 players from the month of August. And part of that has to do with a couple of different tournaments we had with tournament play. So hopefully with the cooler weather, the amount of golfers will increase. We do have a couple of tournaments. We've got a Halloween tournament for the 31st going on. And then the Church Alliance has got a tournament on November the 7th. And this is to help raise money for the Thanksgiving feast. Normally where they have relied on people for donations, the donations hadn't been coming in like before. So they're having this fundraiser. So anybody that wants to come out and donate, they want to come out and play golf, get you a team and come play golf on November the 7th, and that's the same day as the Hunters Roundup meal. So you can come over here and play golf in the day, and then go over there in the afternoon and eat. The Happy Cervantes tournament was down in players. We only had 20 teams or 40 players at the tournament, but the tournament itself, with the donations and the silent auction that we had, we ended up making $3,106 at that tournament to go back into the golf course. We do have some funds that we are fixing to start spending. We're gonna pay for the new water sprinkler heads. We're wanting to make a schedule of what we need to do on the golf course as far as getting it winterized and ready for spring, and what we can do to make our Los Morris tournament a big success for, I think we're gonna go with April again. Seems like that's very acceptable to the players, so we're in the process of putting that date out there. We're taking over that Happy Cervantes tournament, and like I said, it was down this year, but we're working on that one and hoping we'll have a spring and a fall tournament to help benefit the golf course. That's pretty much all I have. Can I go ahead and do the historic building?
As long as you're up. Okay, sure.
We also had a meeting for the historic building. I'm the vice president and treasurer of that committee. Seminole Hall, I know if you've been by there, you've seen the work going on there. The whole upper deck the whole deck's been replaced nearly. It wasn't just some repair boards. After he got up there, nearly the whole deck was replaced. And the screens are being replaced on it. Any broken frames of the window frames are being done. And that project should be hitting pretty close to being complete. The service club is being worked on again. You notice probably some new boards in that. The porch will be put back on, and then it will be painted again also. Those are the only two projects that we've got out right now, but we discussed the next project we're going to do, and it looks like we're going to start focusing on the adult center. And because of the cost of it and funds, it looks like we're going to do it in segments, in different phases. In the first phase, I think we're going to bring in somebody to give us a bid on the middle upper deck phase first. So I believe that's the next project we're going to work on.
Your committee's been real busy.
Yeah, we did finish the art studio roof, has been completely done. The fire hall windows, screens, paint, and the roof on the fire hall have been completed. So.
Thank you. I'm going to go out of order here by quite a bit. We have two people here who are pacing, and our maintenance people are here to talk about the placement of the baler and the landfill equipment update. So I'm going to ask Philip, and I don't know how you're going to use your staff there, but you got to quit pacing, it's getting to me.
Is it on? Okay.
We go with the baler first.
All right. Originally, we'd wanted the the cardboard baler over at recycling. But I don't know if any of you have drove by the motor pool and saw the mountain of cardboard that's there. There's no way we can accept that amount over there. Plus, the volunteers are the ones that run it, twice a week. It's just a lot of work for them. We're also waiting for Rio Grande to put in a 3-phase system to accept that baler. Still hasn't happened. So we've already got 3-phase at the motor pool because of the laundry system, the laundry we have there. They can run 3-phase 220. So we're going to have it set up there underneath where we park our trucks. So the machine will be under cover, the bales will be under cover. Once we get everything baled up and ready to ship, we'll have more room for storage on the cardboard. Our guys pick them up every Monday, so it just makes more sense to have work and it be in our location. We spoke with Judy Winchell about it. She seems to be okay. Any other questions?
That's an understatement, Phyllis.
Anything else? Questions?
I'll interject something here. I put 2 different pieces on the table because yesterday I was at the motor pool with Philip, and he can hold them up and
Cardboard?
cardboard.
Not cardboard. This is
Okay.
actually mixed paper.
Too many people are putting out chipboard, which is the lightweight beer containers, Coke, the suitcases of Coke, cereal boxes, cracker boxes, those are not cardboard, and maintenance is gonna have to sort all of that out of the cardboard. So, now, the cardboard sample that's there is a very lightweight one, which could be mistaken for chipboard. You need to
Look
look
at it
at
and
it.
see if it's corrugated.
It's corrugated, it's cardboard.
If it's corrugated, it's cardboard. I don't care if it's this thick or that thick.
Yeah, if it's not corrugated, it's mixed paper.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
So if it's corrugated, this goes out for Philip pickup on Monday.
Right, and
The
anything
other
else,
goes to-
chipboard comes to recycling. Don't put it out for maintenance to pick up, because it just creates a sorting issue.
Question, please. Ms. Judy, you best to answer this. Some corrugated cardboards for food shipping have wax containment on them or are sprayed for wax, like the Cisco fresh meats for delivery.
John, can you speak up a little?
Yeah, sorry. I was just asking, inquiring, for food deliveries like our, bulk meats and stuff, that if the cardboard corrugated is waxed for shipping of food sort of items, are those acceptable as cardboard? Been told 2 different options.
No, it
No,
is
they're
not.
not. Making sure, confirming. Thank you.
It is not. Anything that might have
Ugh.
meat residue or come in contact with that type of thing isn't acceptable in recycling under any circumstances.
Thank you.
And that includes greasy pizza boxes, people.
We just have to throw it away.
There will be a new set of recycling guidelines issued, hopefully sooner rather than later, because they have changed exponentially. More on that later.
Okay. The board has accepted the movement to the maintenance area for the baler. And I don't think we even need a vote. We've discussed it. It was just a matter of management more than it was anything else. So I want to move on to the landfill equipment and tell us how that's going.
Before we go there, I just want to let you know that the electrical work will be done in-house by Kurt. He's my electrician. He does a really good job. He's the one that did the RV park. And the RV park is transferred over except for all of 2 because we're going to need to dig and put a new leg in the ground. Other than that, he's amazing with electricity, so he's going to do it. It's going to be in-house. Only we're going to have to pay for is breakers and boxes and parts. That's it. So no labor.
But most of them are already finished, right? They're moved from 30 to 50 already?
All but 2.
Okay. Just making sure.
All right.
And our old our gravel thing, that's taken care of too. Last spring I was really into gravel and I've forgotten about it.
At the RV park.
Yeah,
Yeah, the 8 spots that were
5.
5, okay, whatever it was. Yeah, that was done, right?
Yeah, that's done.
Yeah.
okay. We're gonna see how it works, right?
Yes, ma'am. We've had some issues with it with the rain, but we have a bunch of gravel that's left over from the work that was done on the fire station. So one of the people that are in it, he took a little bit and
Great.
used it over where his walkway was. It got a little muddier than normal, so I think it's working out. We'll see what happens with more
We had a
rain.
little more rain than usual, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, I am ready for the landfill equipment. Get you out of here.
Okay, we purchased a new D6 dozer with a pull-behind compactor for the landfill. Not only is it can it do our compacting for the landfill, but we also are gonna have to start looking at digging a new cell here soon. That machine will do the job without a problem. We won't have to rent it, have anybody come out and do it. I've got 2 operators on staff besides myself. We can dig our own cell. Last time they were dug, it was $90,000. It's gonna be considerably less than that. other than fuel and,
Can I throw in that this new equipment is 1973?
that's a good year.
Okay.
But it's well maintained, it was rebuilt by TW Equipment, which is amazing with equipment, that's what they do, they know all about it. They've also said, you know, any training needed to be done, any maintenance that needed to be done, I mean, they're here, they're local, they can be here in 10 minutes, never had a problem with them, great people. This machine is gonna be really a good asset to the fort. We can use it if we ever need to clear lots for something, we can bring it back on this side of the property, clear lots, clear roads, dig our cells, push our brush. I mean, it's a good piece of equipment. What we had before was a track loader, which had a bucket on the front. Not the same at all. It didn't have half the horsepower this thing does. Any questions?
Did I hear one from that?
What did it cost?
Cost.
$32,175.
That's two pieces.
It is two pieces.
That's good. That's a good price.
Very good price.
We're also trading in the old one. I don't know what they're gonna do with it.
The old one, the motor shot. Unfortunately, when we came on, we lost, well, when I came on, I didn't have Bob Jackson. Bob Jackson did a good job of maintaining all the equipment. I was kind of without mechanics. They were coming and going. But there was a lot of wear and tear on that machine and a lot of misuse with that machine. Busted windows, the air conditioning wasn't working, just a lot of things. It's unfortunate that we lost the machine, but we did gain a very good one that has multi-purpose.
Did you try it out yet?
Yes, I have.
How does it work?
It's real
Look at
old.
the smile, you don't need that.
It's real old school, but it's,
Tell them how much it compacted the.
well, with our first compaction, and these are with the drums empty. Now, you can load those drums with water. I don't know the exact weight on it, except for it's heavy. The first time we rolled it with it empty, without water, we dropped about 1.5 feet with compaction. Before, we weren't able to get that with just the track loader as compacting. It didn't have the weight. This D6 is considerably heavier, but pulling behind that sheep's foot drum, even empty, it gave us 1.5 feet. Now, if we put half water in each tub, I think we're gonna get a good amount. And then we're kind of already, it's too late for us to do anything with the old cell, but when we dig the new cell and then we have proper compaction from the beginning of that new cell, you'll see a considerable difference. Anything else?
Any questions? Once again, the board has already agreed to purchase this. It was just a matter of a few other things, so there's really no vote needed either here. Just wanted to catch everybody up on it, okay?
Yeah.
No questions from the board?
No.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you.
I'll go back to community. You guys deserve it. I'll go back to community council now.
Okay. I'm Norma Rowland, President of Community Council, back from 6 months sojourn in New Mexico. Community Council met on October the 3rd. We had to move the meeting to the first Saturday of the month instead of the second because the RCG meeting, and we know everybody goes there because there's food, so we moved the meeting. We had pretty poor attendance, but that's fairly normal for October. One of the great things is that we will have 4 o'clock days again next year. We do have a chairman for that. I think Helena was very responsible and persuasive to that person. And his name is Chuck Lapisto, right?
Yes.
Okay, he will be leading the festival next year, so we're very happy and very relieved about that. Every year, we start to gently perspire at this time, wondering whether we're going to get somebody to do the festival for us. One of the great things is that we will have our Halloween again this year, and that starts this evening. There'll be 3 Saturday night tours, starting at 8 o'clock. Then next week, we'll have 3 more, and on the 31st, we'll have 3 more. I understand from Allison that several of the tours are already totally booked. And so if you want to go on those tours, you need to call Allison so we can get you on those tours. Last year was the first time, and this year I believe we might even see more ghosts than we did last year. So that will be lots of fun. We will need new offices come January. Several of our offices' 1-year term is up, so we will be looking for nominees for community council. That's about it.
Thank you, you've both been busy already. Recycling, did you have more to add, Judy?
I do. I do. We sent a load out this past week, 20 Gaylords. I haven't much optimism that we will see any money from this because of huge changes in what they're accepting for recyclables. Our load before, which I thought was going to be a big money maker, actually went negative because they downgraded all of the mixed paper and the newspaper, or the office paper and newspaper to mixed paper because they are now examining the contents to the point that if there's any shredded paper, it's not office paper anymore. Now that was a blindside. We knew nothing about it until after they told us that instead of $82 a ton, we were only getting 13. I mean,
So we're putting the
shredded
paper
office paper
goes
is not
mixed
acceptable as office paper anymore because shredding breaks the paper fibers and makes it worth less money.
So now it's mixed paper, that's where we should put it?
Going to have to now, yes.
Okay.
Actually, what we'll do probably, I don't know, because I have another announcement to make, and that is that I am resigning as recycling coordinator. I've been at it for 8 years. I'm tired. I am tired. I am looking for someone else to take over the hauling of volunteers and coordinating with CTRA for shipments and requirements. I will talk to Rachel and ask her for a new set of recycling guidelines because it's changing so fast that we can't keep up with it by finding out after the fact that they changed the rules. It's just, that's not acceptable. And I don't know what anybody can do about waste management because they dance to their own drummer and they always have. I've dealt with them in Massachusetts too, and so this is not a surprise. Part of the problem is prices are down because the price of oil is down. It's now no longer economically feasible to remake bottles because you can do it cheaper with fresh oil, which is a shame because environmentally it's totally unsound rationale. But that's it. Plus we're still tied up in the shipping backlog from the strike that they had in California that was shipping everything out. They haven't resolved that completely, so that has depressed prices too. Now, we all know over time it'll bounce back, but right now it's shall we say, it's a low point. I am looking for anybody who wants to volunteer to take over the job of coordinating volunteers and coordinating shipments. I want it very clearly understood that I'm totally in favor of the baler going to the motor pool. This is not a fit of the cut at all. I think that the rationale is very sound. Philip and I talked yesterday, Monique and Rianne, and well, they can all tell you, I have no problem with it at all. They will come to the recycling center and pick up the other things to be recycled and move it up and bale it. So, and that actually means that we won't be shipping loads anywhere near as often as we have been. That's going to be much reduced. They are gonna pick up the Gaylords, the full Gaylords. For example, we have right now 8 Gaylords of number 1 plastic. Another 2 or 3, and that's a bale. And we'll be shipping mill direct on cardboard, probably mixed paper as well, maybe plastics if they'll allow us to ship a mixed load of 1 and 2 plastics. It's going to eliminate shipping costs and should tip us back into some profitability, aside from the other things that recycling does to cut costs on the fort. I'm hoping that all
And keeping things
volunteers-
out of the landfill.
Yes, and I'll still continue to do a 2-hour shift. I'm not quitting volunteering for that. I probably would get dragged out of bed if I did. But Myrna's not gonna let me off the hook. That lady goes to recycling every single month, I want you all to know. In fact, Ann has been a volunteer, and Ann, I have a slot for you on Thursdays. And Bill has been a regular, and he's been doing the forklift stuff. So, you know, this endeavor has been very much a community-wide thing. I've enjoyed being a part of it. I need to slow down. So, that is that.
I didn't hear any volunteers, though. Who'll work on that?
We're going to have a daily flogging until somebody says
There you
yes.
go. Do we have an RV? Sorry, go ahead.
May I just add, I wanted to,
Say your name.
Helena McBride, excuse me, I wanted to make a plea for when people bring beer cans, to make sure they're smushed, squished, or whatever you want to say. So far, I think in the past couple of weeks, I've had 3 bags, huge black garbage bags full of beer cans that weren't crushed. So it's a real pain to, what I was doing was stomping as if I'm stomping on
Yes,
grapes.
our can crusher broke, and
And-
because
and
of the
it's
Baylor supposed arrival, I haven't replaced it. I think perhaps if we're going to be moving things to the motor pool, we'll buy another can crusher and try to crush cans down. The other thing is, we are the only outfit around that's still accepting steel food cans. All the other local recycling centers have dropped it because there is really no market for them anymore. And they don't weigh much, they take up a lot of space, and they're paying $1.33 a ton for it, so it costs us way more to ship it than it does to do anything with it. So
And it's one of those things that takes an
it's-
awful long time
you
to
know,
decompose.
again, people are eating less and less and less canned food, which is
Better
not a
not
bad
look
thing.
at my house.
Yeah, I know. But because of Monique's plea, please keep taking them because of the landfill. We'll keep on collecting them, and hopefully we can figure out a way to reduce the volume. I really hate to ask everybody to flatten their steel cans as well as the aluminum.
Some of them you can't flatten.
That's the truth, you can't. The other thing is that those cans that are metal top and bottom and aluminum foil coated cardboard in the middle, we can't take those to recycle under any circumstances. They just aren't recyclable. And we do find those. That's the long and the short of it.
Thank you.
Hmm?
Did we get to RV yet?
In where?
Got it?
Felt like I said it.
Got it. This was submitted by Diana Stewart. September, they had 658 RVs, 427 members and 231 non-members. And it was a short month. She's excited about the Winter Texans coming back. Campers World had a few bicyclists come in at the end of September and the beginning of October. They have 3 new residents and 1 winter family that came in early, and they picked up quite a few hunters at the RV park. Bible study is back meeting in the RV kitchen at 10 on Wednesdays. Quilters are meeting the first and third Mondays at 9:30 a.m. in the kitchen. Stitch has been moved to the RV kitchen on Wednesdays and Fridays at 1. She's got new calendars available and made a special note down here to thank Kurt Hartlow for switching over our 31 sites of 30 amp to 50 amp. That's pretty much it.
Thank you. I don't think we have a recreation report yet, do we?
No.
We'll get that next month, or we'll early month. Do we have an airport report? Anybody made it down here from the airport? Okay. It's a good day for flying, actually. We have a search and certification committee. Do we have any of the members here? 3. Great. We added a member. I'm sorry, I've lost the name. Who did we add?
Mr. Dillon.
Yes, Mr. Diller. So we now have a committee of 5. Has this committee picked a chair? Do we know?
We haven't had a meeting yet.
Somebody's got to call a meeting. If you don't do it yourselves, I'll do it for you pretty soon.
Well, I thought the fort normally scheduled the first meeting and give us what we need to
Okay,
have.
or Rihanna can do that if you like. If you're okay with that, you need to set the schedule with her anyway. I'll talk to her about that, all right? Thank you. And at that first meeting, you will pick a chair, right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Push, 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 I'm sorry. All right, we have a 2015 common property assessment, and Sandy, I believe you're going to present that.
Right. We have a letter from the chief appraiser at the Kinney County Tax Office dated October 7, 2015, directed to Fort Clark Springs Association. Attention, Rihanna. Here is the tax payment breakdown for tax year 2015. This is for the common property tax. From the MUD impound fund, $26,249.18, which was reduced because we sold some property, to $26,234.08. General fund tax, $99,726.93, again reduced because property sale, $99,668.01. For a total tax from Kinney County of $125,902.09. The fort pays 40% of that tax. The fort will be paying $39,890.78. The other 60% is paid by the membership, which is a total of $59,836.16. We have a total of 2,236 active tax accounts, membership accounts. Dividing that $59,000 by that figure gives us $26.76, which means the common property tax to be shared equally among members is $27. It is the same as last year. There has been no increase in the common property tax for membership. So we need to vote on that.
Are there any questions? have a motion?
I move to accept the common property tax at $27 per taxable membership.
Is there a second? And Barron, second. Any questions? Any discussion?
The total tax is 125,902. It's paying 40%.
When you say the fort, we're talking about the general fund, because it all comes from the fort, one or the other ways.
39,000 is not 40% of that.
Are we having trouble with numbers?
4 times 48, 12 is 48, so you do 39.
It comes out of the 99,726.93.
40% of the 99?
Yeah,
Yes.
because this is,
Well, 60% to the membership.
59,836.16 plus 39,890.78 should equal that 99,726.93.
dividing them.
Does it?
Well, it's certainly not really fair.
Well, now, is it acceptable?
Okay.
Why are we 99?
Because it's 60% of the total,
Okay.
60% of the 125.
Let's correct it right here. All right. Okay, this should be this. Okay, just give a second here.
Let's see.
Actually, if we just subtract that amount from 99,000, that should give us the correct amount.
It says 60% of that, times 60%.
Yeah,
Well, no, actually, if you, since that's
So we're okay?
40%, we're paying.
okay. Any other questions?
It's gonna come out the same anyway.
Yeah. Anyone from the audience have a question? No.
I do.
Go ahead.
You said that the membership part was $27.76, and yet.
No.
26.76,
26.76.
which rounds to 27.
Thank you. I wrote down 27, and I thought you were leaving the long run on the ticket, so we're good. All right, that answers my question.
Okay. Any other questions, discussion from the board?
Very small amount. Doesn't
Are we
change
ready to
anything.
vote?
Yep.
All in favor? Opposed? The common property tax assessment is approved. The next item agenda is something I left off last month. The director's absence from the August board meeting. We need to excuse Ann Barron's absence, but the bylaws are not very clear. All they say is you can't have 3 unexcused absences. Doesn't really say how you get an excused absence or why. So I asked her to write a little letter, which I'm not going to share with you because there's really no reason or no way. She wasn't out making money or something like that. Darn. But anyway, I need a motion to
Can you make the motion since you saw the letter? Or is there-
I just told you the bylaws don't care what the letter says.
Okay.
We need to have a motion to approve her, to approve her August absence, that's what I'm trying to say.
I make a motion, we approve it?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor? Motion approved. got 2 more to give you. Excuse me. The last thing that we haven't done yet is declarations compliant workshop. And actually, Monique mentioned that we met on Monday evening and drove each other crazy with boredom over going line by line. But it turned out to be an important, helpful meeting. And some of the people who worked on the committee came and watched us flail around, and were nice enough not to mention that part. So I think we're moving along. We're going to meet again Monday. I think we have to come up with a better time than we had, so it'll be during the day on Monday again, and we'll try to get as far along as we can. You are welcome to come. You're not welcome to say a word, so if you feel like you want to do that, show up, it's fine. Beg your pardon? Well, that's going to be a problem for me, but we can move it a little later, it'd be okay. I'm now stuck with things like home health that takes my temperature, and somebody who insists that I use my legs and arms. So they come on Mondays, and I'm messing everybody up, but we can work it out so that you guys can start without me. Depends on how Charlotte's doing. Come here, well, depends on where they leave. Yeah, I haven't found that to be useful so far. Customers always right. I'll tell them you said so. All right, we have a 15-member discussion period now, and I'm going to try to keep it to 15 minutes. I said 15-member, didn't I?
We'll post the time when Myrna is able to give us a specific time for that on Monday.
Yes. You truly can't start. We only have one. Anybody forget to sign up? Then Mary, you're up.
Well, I always sign up because then maybe there'll be a question as the meeting goes forward. And there's really no question, there's just a suggestion that the new recycle guidelines get posted in the e-news. And I understand that the maintenance now has a different schedule for picking up brush. And I think putting that in the e-news would also be a good idea because not everybody knows what those schedules are.
Right now, because of the issues we've had with the weather, we've got a lot of brush. And we'll get more as the winter Texans come back and start peeling off theirs, that they weren't here to take care of. So right now, the brush is simply a big problem.
But they have a schedule, and if that were in the e-news, we'd all feel more nice about why it's still stacked up in my street.
Or they would be complaining about the not hitting it. Yeah, I understand. We'll do that.
Yell at your husband for that.
I would say that people complain to me about why the trash isn't picked up, and that's not my
Okay.
job. But if it were in the e-news, maybe you would know what their schedule is.
I understand
And then
I
you would
agree,
be
yes.
more relaxed about it.
We do agree.
That also should be where the new recycle guidelines go also.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please don't anybody expect those guidelines to appear magically by next week, because they won't. I know they won't.
Yeah, well, I mean, eventually.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything really new and urgent, we can get that in right away.
I am going to ask for an updated communication. When I get it, Monique, I will bring it to you, and at the very least, I want copies made for every recycling volunteer.
Okay.
So that they have the current ones. Everybody has the same thing, because, we do have some.
Okay, we can also post it in the adult center, pro shop, and on the front, at the office
Right,
here.
and yes, if it were in the e-newsletter, the problem is, it's probably gonna be 5 or 6 pages, and that's an awful lot of material to try to put.
But you can at least post it several places that
Yeah.
we'll have where that is. Go ahead.
Oh, I have another announcement. I want to stand up for this because it's important. November the 7th is a very busy day. There's a golf tournament, there's the Hunters Roundup, and the Chamber of Commerce is having an art walk that day at downtown on Spring Street from 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. So if you pencil in your schedule, you have something to do all day and all night. So please come down to the art walk because it'll be fun. We're going to have artists coming in from Eagle Pass, San Antonio, Piedras Negras, Del Rio, and it'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. And of course, our local artists will be on display as well. There will be a big display. Alamo Village has lent us one of their big displays for the John Wayne movie making Alamo. You know what? The Alamo movie, there's a big display that they have lent us, and they're going to bring it into town. And it's going to be on display downtown as well. And they've lent us something else, and right now, I don't remember what it is, but anyway, Alamo Village has been very supportive of the art walk, and so y'all will enjoy it. Come and walk around and oh, the winery from Del Rio is going to have something. We're not sure what the TVCABB people will let us do, but whatever they'll let us do, that's what we're doing. So come down and visit us and walk around and enjoy. November 7th, art walk.
Sounds like fun, actually. Go ahead.
Yes.
Say your name, please.
I just want to commend the board for the purchase of that equipment for the landfill, because I tried for a couple of years. Just the fact that you'll be able to compact that material out there is going to add years to the cells, which will actually pay for itself, because you will not be digging cells. And just Bill mentioned about 1.5 foot just empty. That you equate that to years of life of a cell when you're able to do that. So compliments to the board for finally purchasing the proper equipment.
Thank you.
We don't get compliments often. We'll bask in that one. All right, it's 10:03. Sorry.
No Java with John Monday.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, John is gone, so there won't be a Java with John on Monday.
How about Java with Monique? Yeah.
I think Monique would pay you not to do that, okay?
She doesn't do Java.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ellen.
Yes, Helena McBride. I just wanted to remind everybody, October 31st at the Grill is a silent auction for, and wonderful prizes or gifts or whatever you want to call it. Gonna be a silent auction, the money to go to try to open the bar at Dickman Hall.
It's the 30th, not the 31st.
The 30th
It's
is
Friday.
Friday. Yeah,
It's Friday, the
Friday.
30th. Yes.
And it's at the restaurant here.
And right now, the silent auction items are located in the front office over here that are on display for you to sign up at right now as well.
There's some neat stuff in there too.
Get your bids in my work. Mine never have. I've never won one of those things. I think I'm cheap. Oh, you didn't mention that. It's 10:05. I am, whatever we do. Oh, I'm sorry, we've got one more statement.
Oh, I just wanted to encourage the members to come to the discussion concerning the compliance committee on Monday. We will not need to try to figure out what time and get them some information, maybe on the board or by word of mouth or something like that, because there's going to be some very important things that would be proper for the membership to understand what's going on. Thank you.
I'm afraid to say it anymore. Still trying to adjourn to the executive session. It's now 10:06, and we are adjourned.
second.
Well, then we'll still get a report.
Yeah, well, no, the barn would be at which is across from the administration. That one with the arch. Yeah, that apparently was a barn many years ago. Yeah, well.
It's easy to sit, it's hard to get up and going again. I'm afraid not.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, really? Well, maybe soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get together. I gotta go to his home.
You want?
Thank you for the pillow, by the way. It's 11:29, I'm calling the meeting back to order. Sometimes I have to figure out what I'm doing. We had an executive session that ran long, but we came up with the funds for the purchase of the landfill equipment specifically, and what to do with the future kinds of purchases like this. We secondly talked about personnel contracts. At this point, that is confidential, so we have nothing really to announce there.
Our next board meeting.
Thank you.
Just try to help.
You are good. The next board meeting will be November 21st, 2015. I'm working on it. It's 11:30, and I'm adjourning the meeting.
Thank you for the coffee.
My brain's in